A perfectly competitive firm produces widgets. The price of a widget is $10. The firm's total product output is given in the table below based on the number of workers hired. Okay, so with the number of workers and the total product. So, A, calculate the marginal product and marginal revenue product for each worker. Fill in the table below. Okay. So marginal product is change in the total product over change in the number of workers. Okay, that's how you get marginal product. Okay, so let's see. Marginal product. Okay, change in total product. So new total product minus old total product over change in the here the quantity of labor L2 minus L1. Now, since the quantity of labor is changing in units of one, one, so our denominator is just going to be 1 throughout. So we just need to be subtracting our total products here. All right. So when we have one worker, the total product is 10. The marginal product, we don't have any marginal product here, okay, because there's no other output. Just confirm here with my calculations. Yes, there's no marginal product. Okay, meaning there's no marginal revenue product. All right. Yes. When we increase from one worker to two workers, the total product increases from 10 to 25. So 25 minus 10, that is 15. This is telling us this second worker has brought in an extra 15 units. Okay. When we move from two workers to three workers, the total product increases from 25 to 45. The marginal product, 45 minus 25, that is 20. So this third worker has brought in 20 extra units. When we move from three workers to four workers, output increases from 45 to 60. So 60 minus 45, that is 15. Marginal product drops to 15. Okay, so colleagues, this is where the law of diminishing marginal returns starts. Law of diminishing marginal returns. Moment the marginal products drops, that's where this law starts. Okay, because now each worker is bringing in less extra output. Okay, from the fourth worker to the fifth worker, you say 70 minus 60, that is 10. So the fifth worker is bringing in 10 extra units. All right. From the fifth worker to the sixth worker, output increases from 70 to 75. 75 minus 70, 5 extra units. So this sixth worker is bringing in 5 extra units. Okay. Yes. So now, if you remember last time, in this previous section where they asked why the law. Oh, let me first also let's do the marginal product so we see that why the to give you a good illustration of why the demand curve slopes downwards because of this law. Okay, so the marginal product of labor, MRP, is the marginal product multiplied by the price. Okay, the price of the widgets is how much? Yes, the price was $10. Okay, so this second worker brings in 15 extra units. Each of these extra units brings in an extra $10. So the marginal revenue product, 15 times 10, 150. The third worker brings in extra 20 units. So the extra revenue they're bringing in 20 times 10. The fourth worker brings 15 extra units. Marginal revenue product 15 times 10. So as you can see, colleagues, as the extra output starts to drop, even the extra revenue will start to drop. Okay. So this is why the demand curve is downward sloping, because if an employer sees that the extra output each new worker is bringing is dropping, and the extra revenue each new worker brings in is dropping, they won't want to hire them at a higher wage. They want to lower the wage that they pay them. Okay. The fifth worker brings in 10 extra units, so the extra revenue this fifth worker brings $100. The sixth extra worker brings in 5 extra units. It brings in an extra $50. Okay. So, colleagues, as each new worker is coming in, the extra output they're bringing in starts to eventually drop. The moment it drops, even the extra revenue they bring in starts to drop. So that's why our demand curve for labor is downward. So because if, as the extra output and the extra revenue is dropping, firms want to pay lower wages for that. Okay, because if you're paying higher wages, but a worker is not bringing you higher extra output and higher extra revenue, that's not a good decision. Yes. Okay, part B. If the market wage rate is $40, how many workers will this firm hire to maximize your profit? Explain your reasoning. So remember, colleagues, a firm hires workers until the marginal revenue product of each worker equals the wage rate. Okay. To maximize profit, hire workers until the marginal revenue product equals the wage rate. Okay. So here the wage rate is $40. Okay. And also remember, continue hiring as long as the marginal revenue product is greater than the wage rate. You can continue hiring, okay, until you reach this point. Okay. So here we can see the marginal revenue product of 150 is greater than the wage of 40. The firm can hire. The third worker, the marginal revenue product is 200, is greater than the wage rate. Basically, the extra revenue they are bringing you is greater than how much you're paying them. Okay, or 40 here. Higher. Okay, the fourth worker bringing an extra revenue of 150. This is greater than 40. Higher. Okay, even here, higher. The fifth worker, the extra revenue it brings greater than the wage rate, $40. Higher. The sixth worker, the extra revenue is bringing in is greater than what is being paid. High. Okay. So this firm can hire all these 6 workers. Okay, colleagues? It can hire all the 6 workers. Okay. So for example, if there was a seventh worker, okay, and the marginal revenue product was $40, would have stopped on that seventh worker. Okay. Yes. So until you reach the point where marginal revenue product equals the wage rate, this is where you should stop hiring. Okay. This is the point where you stop hiring. Continue hiring as long as the marginal revenue product is greater than the wage rate. Any questions? Okay, just the first part. You just cut on the first part of your question. Just say the first part of your question because that's why I lost you. Mm. Mm-hmm. 85. Ah, you stop hiring there. You don't hire the second worker even. If the marginal revenue is less, if this is less than the wage, don't hire. You're paying more than the extra revenue they are bringing you. So don't hire. So if it was 35 here, would have said, would have stopped, wouldn't hire that second worker. Is that all of your questions, sir? Okay, yes. Okay. Yes. Moment, yes. Never, so with never pass this point. Okay. So moment you just see that, okay, here the marginal revenue product is less than the wage, do not hire that worker or any of the workers up there after. Okay. Okay. Suppose the price of widgets increases from $10 to $15. Calculate the new marginal revenue product for the third worker. Assuming the wage rate is still 40, will the firm hire the third worker now? Explain. Okay, so the marginal product of the third worker, MP of third worker, is $20. That's the marginal product. Okay, so his marginal revenue product, MRP, equals marginal product times the price. Okay, so the third worker is bringing in 20 extra units and the price of the widgets is 15. So 20 times 15, 300. All right. So 300 is greater than the wage rate. So we would hire them. Okay. We would still hire them. Any questions? I think that was the last part of the question. So I'll send these notes, okay? I've already put the solutions here.